to a new vlog. So as I probably mentioned a couple of vlogs ago or so, I wanted to create some sort of system for myself just so I could keep track of the things that I'm doing, things that I should or could be doing, but let's call it how it is. It's really things that I should be doing. So I started like this yesterday. As you can see, it's going to be my day one, and as I also stated in my previous vlog, I wanted it to be 32 days, but I actually decided on 33 because I don't know, 33 just sounds better to me. So, and it's an easier number for me to remember because there's two of them. But this is sort of very roughly of what I was talking about. I want to be able to keep track of my sleep, water intake, herbal tea, possibly coffee. I maybe want to keep track of all the liquid that I'm intaking. What else have we got? How much I weightlifted, yoga, protein. Maybe I'm going to do some other kind of food related tracking, and probably I should put down walking as well, even though I do have something to track that, but it's just nice to have something that's a little bit easier to follow instead of the app that I use. You have to scroll back. So yeah, as of yesterday, I have started this 33 days of no processed and no added sugar foods, and the only two things I'm going to allow myself is the Creations Robinson's dilute and drink that I like. Which doesn't have any added sugar in it. It's just it's supposed to be, at least. I'm not really sure how much of that is true, but let's just go with it and take it at its word. Yeah, that has no added sugar in it, so I'm going to be allowing myself to drink that because as much as I do love sparkling water, I could go through bottles of that, and that's gonna rail through them quite quickly, so I don't want to do that. And the other thing I'm going to allow myself to do is have like my sriracha or maybe baba sauce when I'm having salad. That's literally it. Everything else is going to be non-processed and no sugar. We're not having snackies, we're not having crisps, chocolate, any kind of fast food, takeaway food. I won't be having anything that isn't something natural. So I am going to be having other things like fish and eggs, as you probably saw yesterday. If you saw yesterday's vlog, I'm going to allow myself those things because I will go crazy if I don't have proteins. I have to have those things. I can't work out without having those things in my diet. It's gonna be good. I know, like yesterday, I was in a little bit of a strange mood, I'll be honest. I don't even know where the mood came from. But I think that by doing this and proving this to myself, I'm gonna, somewhere down the line, not right now because we're only on day 2 and the day hasn't even fully started, but somewhere down the line, I want that to feel like a normal thing for me. I want it to be, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not interested in the snackies. That's really what I want to do, is like turn my head away from snacks to get that mental refocus. I don't really want to call it a reset, because that's not what it is. I'm not starting from scratch. I'm just refocusing my attention in the right direction. Hopefully. So both my kittywinks are at school. Regina is feeling so much better today. And whilst I was in the middle of doing some editing, I did eat the salad topper that I'm in love with. I ate the whole bag. It's a little bit high on the calorie front, but yeah, I do like it a lot. So it's now coming up for lunchtime, and I'm gonna be having pretty much what I had yesterday. I'm gonna be having 3 boiled eggs, salad, gherkins, and some pickled onions, I think. That would be nice. I've kind of been eating them a little bit out of the jar. I had a bowl yesterday. And yeah, I just thought that they would be a nice addition to my salads because I haven't had them for a while. I can't think of anything else right now. I'll probably have like a banana maybe in a little while, sometime between lunch and dinner. I'm probably going to get on with some yoga too, so that's going to be nice. But obviously I want my stomach to be settled from, well, at least a little bit settled from eating before I do any of that. My butt hurts because of the yoga that I did yesterday. It's kind of funny because it's usually the squatting that does the most damage, but no, I was feeling a little bit of muscular stuff going on in that area yesterday before I even started the weightlifting, and I knew straight away it was the yoga that was to blame. So this is what my lunch is looking like today. I have the 3 boiled eggs at the back, as you can see, and some added extras. That would be some of this mixed bean salad and these additional tomatoes at the side. I'm probably going to be adding some of this baba sauce. The person who decided to make this an actual sauce from his dad's secret recipe was recently featured in our local news, so I thought that was pretty fun because I'm absolutely in love with this sauce. It literally goes with pretty much anything. I've had it with burgers, pasta, pizza. What else have I had it on? Snacker Jacks. So a little bit of change of plan. I'm still feeling really quite full from my lunch, so Andrew and I are going to watch a horror movie. It's not something we usually do, well, because Jagger's always in the room, and I don't want him to get scared and get upset and not be able to sleep, so we keep all that kind of stuff to a minimum. So yeah, we're gonna watch a movie. I don't know what exactly has been decided on. Andrew's having a think about which one he wants to watch more between the original Evil Dead and Scream. So yeah, one of those is going to be bought. because I don't think they're available at all on my Prime, so we're gonna have to buy one of those. So we just got done watching Evil Dead Rise. I thought we were gonna watch the original one, but no, we have watched, that's the latest one, right?
Yeah.
And it's not for me. I much prefer the original ones, just because there's a lot less money thrown into them, and I like the rougher look. I prefer horror movies that are from the 80s in general, and some 90s movies. But what do you think, babe?
I know, the whole movie had a weird theme of motherhood through the whole thing, which was kind of weird. And really, the whole problem was that it was trying to make us care about characters we ultimately had absolutely no care about whatsoever. So that was a thing.
It was very 2024. Like, I think that they could have made it more so if they really wanted to. I'm surprised that it didn't go as far as it did.
I mean, it didn't even have the cabin in it. I thought it was going to have the cabin.
Yeah, the whole thing takes place in an apartment building, and mostly specifically inside a flat and the basement car park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. Yeah. I mean, even when it's tried to get a bit, it wasn't even that potentially gory, because Evil Dead, like, usually has a bit of the old, like, squeamish bits and stuff like that in it for the gory bits and, like, a bit of fun. But apart from that, the only bit that was, like, reminiscent of Evil Dead was when the guy spat out the eyeball or whatever like that, or the woman spat out the eyeball into the guy's mouth and he started choking on it.
Really?
Like,
Was that an original one?
no.
No.
Wait a minute. I think it was something like that.
Really?
I think it was some sort of similar
I don't
thing in the
remember that
original
bit.
one.
But yeah, the chainsaw's in it. It's nowhere near like what the original one was. I mean, I guess it was worth a watch if you're into horror movies in general, and just, for a one-time sit-down watch. Like I was saying earlier, it's not very often that we are able to watch horror movies, especially with Honey around. I don't want him seeing all that, even though it would probably go over his head. It's like the slightest, most strange little thing can be a little brain worm and really bother him, and I didn't want that to happen. So, but yeah, it was nice to watch a movie for once that was, I mean, it wasn't 18, but
Yeah, meh.
I don't know. I don't think there was a lot in it. There was supposed to be like content in it, and that, like, we got those kind of warnings at the start and that never appeared. So I guess that's something. That's not so 2024. Or maybe it is, I don't know.
I had a weird nudity content warning, and
But there's none in it.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Because there is no nudity in it. So that set you up for the wrong vibes to start off with, because you were like, yeah, there's going to be sex scenes.
Right off the bat, as there usually is.
And then we said that, like, there's going to be something going on there. And then there was nothing of the sort. So I don't know what that warning about was whatsoever, because there was zero nudity in it. Yeah.
So what would you rate it? What would be your final rating? Like,
what?
Let's say 10.
But I don't know. 4 or 5 out of 10?
Yeah, I would say 5 is pretty fair. Today for dinner, I am having a little bit of a strange concoction. I have some basmati rice with a whole can of mixed bean salad on top. And as you can see, I also have some pickled onions, and I'm probably going to be popping on some sriracha. So as I was saying this morning about the kind of things that I want to keep a record of, this is basically something of what it's going to look like I have done like a little bit of a change around for some things that just make sense to me in like some kind of order, and I'm going to be doing this for the full 33 days of no sugar and no processed foods, aka nonsense carbs that are not needed, have little to no nutrients in them. And this is just gonna help keep my focus so I can be like, okay, so I did this day, I did this day, oh, I felt better this day because I did this. So I'm hoping that this is gonna, yeah, keep my focus, keep me on track, and we'll be able to see and look back at the things that I did or didn't do. Particularly in terms of things like the exercise side of things. Time is getting on a little bit now. It's coming up for nearly 5:30. So if I'm going to do a workout, I do kind of need to be getting my skates on instead of sitting here and watching a YouTube series.
Need to go.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna whine about it. I'm just gonna get into my stuff, put my hair back, because there's nothing worse than your hair just falling everywhere and being an absolute, what's that character from the Addams Family called? Cousin It. Yeah. That and my hair, like the ends of my hair tend to like tickle my face and stuff. So I'm looking for a clip. I have tons of them and I can't see one. That is just how I roll. Okay, we'll go with this. It's fine. Okay. Right then, I am going to go and start setting up. And as always, you will see me the other side. 2 more sets to go. It's literally killing my arms, but I only have 2 to go. I'm gonna get through it. I'm hot as heck. Totally made the wrong decision about the pants I'm wearing, but you know, I'm near the end now, so I'm just gonna wait until it's wash time. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it and get these 2 additional sets done. That was a sweatathon and a half. Honestly, the saying, you rest, you rust, so true. So absolutely true. Although to be fair, to me, I wasn't resting. I was trying to get over my chest infection. But yeah, oh my golly. So freaking warm right now. So uncomfortably warm even. I'm just gonna jump in the shower. I do not like this at all. Something that was crossing my mind, like as I was doing it, was like, really? Was I actually able to do this video twice? Because the way it was feeling to me was so intense. It was horrible. I was really feeling it on the back of my thighs again and on my glutes. Romanian deadlift, oh my gosh. So much muscle movement in my behind. I was really feeling it. That's literally all I can say. I felt it to the max. Half an hour was more than enough. I don't even think that I could do more, even if I really wanted to. I'm honestly thinking about like how it's going to be feeling for me tomorrow. I'm going to try and be a little bit lenient with myself. And maybe have a rest day tomorrow and let things kind of recuperate, you know, feel myself a little bit and what's going on post the workout, allow the muscle to, what is it they call it? You know, like regenerate. It's basically what I'm kind of looking for. I'm sure it's not, but it might be. That is more than enough for me for one day. I didn't do my yoga earlier because me and Andrew just got to talking. And I watched some YouTube, and literally by the time that the movie had finished, and obviously we had a chat, it was time to go and get the kids. So I didn't get yoga in today. I might try and get it in tomorrow. You know, body, I have to see how that's sort of going for me and making me feel, because I really would like to rest. But if things are quiet here and it's nice and peaceful and I'm in a good headspace, then yoga is going to be on the cards. It's one of my favourite things to do. I love yoga so much. Yin yoga is totally my jam. It really is. It's yeah, it's 6:30 now, so by the time I've had a wash around, it'll be, yeah, time to watch some Star Trek, settle things down, chill out, and that'll be me for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope that you found something of enjoyment in this vlog. If you have any exercise recommendations, then please do let me know. And I sincerely hope to see you again very, very soon.